Here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. Most people aren't bad at saving because they're irresponsible. They're bad at saving because saving has become genuinely, structurally harder. And the system is designed to make sure you never notice.
Okay, but that's also the perfect excuse, and I think we need to be honest about that too.
Are you having me on? You think people just woke up one day and collects decided to stop saving?
Welcome to Sunk Cost. 2 friends, 1 mic, and a lot of opinions about money. I'm Sophia, he's Alex, and we dig into what modern life actually costs us, and whether any of it is worth it. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Wednesday, and we are talking about why nobody can save money anymore. Alex, what's your hot take?
My hot take is that we keep framing this as a discipline problem when it's actually an economics problem. Wages haven't kept up with costs in decades. Rent alone, in London, in most major cities, is eating a chunk of people's income that simply didn't exist for the previous generation. You can't out-discipline a structural gap.
I agree that the structural stuff is real, but here's where I push back. Because I've read the data, and people across every income level are saving less, including people who genuinely can afford to save more. So the structure isn't the whole story.
Right, but couldn't that also be because the cost of a normal life keeps expanding? Like the baseline of what you're expected to spend money on keeps going up. It's not just rent. It's the subscriptions, the phone upgrades, the social stuff you feel you can't opt out of.
Yes, and that's actually the part that fascinates me. Lifestyle inflation is real, but what's driving it isn't just greed or laziness, it's identity. Spending has become how we signal who we are, and opting out feels like disappearing.
You're describing me, aren't you? This is just a Sophia dissertation on Alex.
I mean, you do pay £4 for an oat milk latte every single day.
I don't even care about the coffee. I've said this. It's the ritual. It's the walk. It's the break. It's the 5 minutes away from my laptop in my incredibly tiny, overpriced flat.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're not buying coffee, you're buying a feeling. And companies know that. They've engineered products specifically so that the thing you're actually buying, the feeling, is completely invisible to you when you pay for it.
Okay, that's actually quite sinister when you say it like that.
Right? So when people say, I can't save money, what they often mean is, I can't stop buying feelings. And that's a harder problem than just making a budget.
But here's where it gets genuinely weird. Because I'd argue the feelings people are buying are getting more expensive at the exact same time real wages are flat. So you've got this brutal squeeze from both directions. The thing you need to cope with financial stress costs money you don't have because of financial stress.
Okay, that's actually a really sharp point. The stress-spend loop.
It's proper vicious, isn't it? Like, I know when I've had a rough week, I spend more. Not on big things, just stupid little things. Takeaway instead of cooking, a new thing on my phone, whatever. And then I look at my bank account and feel worse, which makes me want to spend again.
Behavioral economists call this present bias, and it's not a character flaw. It's literally how human brains are wired. We are built to weight immediate comfort over future benefit. Saving is asking your brain to do something deeply unnatural.
So how do people who are good at saving actually do it then? Are they just built different or what?
Mostly they automate it so the decision never happens consciously. You never see the money, it just moves. The brain doesn't get a vote. Which, honestly, is why I think the advice, just cut your lattes, is so useless. You haven't changed the psychology. You've just created a fight you have to win every single morning.
And you will lose that fight by Thursday. Every time.
Every time. And then you feel guilty, and guilt is terrible for long-term behavior change. So the discipline yourself into saving model is actually counterproductive for most people.
Right. So I'm vindicated. It's not my fault.
I did not say that.
You sort of said that.
What I said is that willpower is the wrong tool. That doesn't mean the situation is unfixable. It means you need better tools. But here's the part I actually want to argue with you on. Because I think there's a piece of this conversation we're both dancing around.
Go on then.
I think a significant chunk of the I can't save problem is actually social. Not structural, not psychological, social. People are spending to keep up with a version of life they're watching on their phones. And nobody talks about how expensive it is to perform a normal life in public now.
Okay, but that feels a bit like blaming people for wanting things. Everyone has always wanted to look like they're doing okay. That's not new.
The scale is new. The visibility is new. You used to compare yourself to your street, your office, your friends. Now you're comparing yourself to a curated global highlight reel, 24/7. The reference point has completely broken.
To be fair, yeah. When I was skint in my early 20s, I didn't really know I was skint because everyone around me was skint too. Now I'm on my phone at 11 at night watching someone my age on holiday in Japan for the third time this year, and I just feel like I'm failing.
And that feeling? That's money leaving your account because you book something you can't afford to feel less behind.
I may have booked a last-minute trip to Lisbon last month that I absolutely cannot justify financially.
How much?
Let's not. The Mini Cooper needed work that same week, so just let's not.
Receipts, my friend. Receipts.
Here's where I genuinely disagree with you, though. You keep landing on people need to make better choices, and I think that misses that the choice architecture is rigged. Every app, every subscription, every checkout page is designed by a team of very clever people whose entire job is to make you spend more. We're in an arms race, and we've brought a butter knife.
I don't disagree that the architecture is rigged. I just refuse to believe that means individuals have zero agency. Because if that's true, then nothing helps. And I don't think that's true.
But doesn't the weight of it matter? Like, yes, technically you could cancel every subscription manually every month and meal prep every Sunday and never impulse buy anything. But the sheer cognitive load of fighting the system all day, every day, is exhausting. And exhausted people make worse decisions. It compounds.
Okay, yes, that's real. Decision fatigue is documented. It's serious. And it disproportionately hits people with less because they're making more high-stakes micro-decisions every day just to get by. Rich people conserve mental energy by just not having to think about it.
Yes! That's the bit that does my head in. Poverty is expensive. Being broke costs more. You pay more per unit for everything when you can't buy in bulk. You pay overdraft fees. You pay late fees because you're juggling. The system literally charges you more for having less.
Final boss take. Here it is. We talk about saving like it's a behavior problem. But the real issue is that the entire modern economy is optimized to extract money from you continuously, in small enough increments that you never feel the total. 12 subscriptions at $8 each. That's nearly $100 a month. Gone. Invisible. That's not you failing. That's a system that is very, very good at its job. And until we talk about it in those terms, as extraction, not failure, we're just going to keep blaming ourselves for being human.
And for the record, I have definitely paid for at least one subscription for over a year that I completely forgot existed. Found it last month. A cooking app. I have never cooked a single meal from it.
Oh my God. How much?
12 quid a month. I'd have been better off just ordering takeaway. Which, to be fair, I was also doing the entire time.
And obviously, just to say it once and move on, we are two people with opinions and a microphone, not your financial advisors. Please do not make any major life decisions based on this podcast.
God, no. Don't take money advice from me. I have a cooking app I've never opened, and a Mini that's costing me more than a new car would.
Okay, wrapping up. Here's what I actually think, having argued through this with you. Both things are true. The system is genuinely extractive, and individuals also have more agency than they usually claim. But the most important shift is this. Stop framing not saving as a character flaw. It's not. It's a design problem. And once you see it as a design problem, you can start hacking the design, automating, simplifying, removing decisions, instead of just beating yourself up every month when the numbers don't add up.
That's actually a much kinder and more useful frame than "you need more discipline," which, genuinely, nobody needed to hear for the 400th time.
This Friday, we're going deep on why everyone is suddenly gambling. Sports betting, meme stocks, the whole thing. And what it says about money, risk, and what we actually want from both. I'm hosting again, which Alex is pretending to be fine with.
I'm completely fine with it. Totally fine. See you Friday, everyone.
See you Friday. Take care of yourselves. And maybe check your subscriptions tonight.